We've picked some of the best holiday songs by artists we've covered on the podcast to talk about live.
And I listened to it once yesterday.
Welcome to Spin It. Hi! Hello everybody and welcome back to Spin It, the record ranking podcast for people who would rather be listening to music. It's another live episode. I'm James, that is Connor, and today we're talking about holiday singles. It's Spinter Wonderland.
Ooh.
'Tis the season, as they say. We've got a special twist this year.
Yeah, we do. I'm excited.
So we are 75 episodes in the bag, and we figured this year, for the holiday season, we would do something fun and not revisit artists necessarily, because we've made a vow to ourselves not to revisit anybody, at least before episode 100.
Which is close. Shockingly close.
Episode 100 creeps nearer every week, but we wanted to pick some holiday singles by artists that we've already done episodes on, or talked about on the podcast, because we've definitely got a lot of them. More than you might even realize. So, we've compiled a list of 12 holiday singles from Spin It artists. And today we're going to figure out who's naughty and who's nice. We've got a list. We're going to go pair by pair, chronologically, and we're going to eliminate holiday singles according to votes right here in the chat.
I also just want to point out I'm wearing the Spin It merchandise, whereas somebody else didn't bother.
Well, we have it on the walls. We both have Spin It merch on the walls.
Yeah, we do.
I'm excited. You made your own predictions for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made my predictions. You made yours.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We're going to see who's close again. We'll take a look. I'm excited. You're really light on banter today.
Sorry. I keep reading chat. I get distracted by chat is my problem. Yeah, I have other people other than you to entertain, so I get a little distracted.
Okay, well.
Anyway, banter. The Mixtaper was supposed to be here, but he's not in the apartment at the moment, so I'm not sure what's up with that.
Weird.
I'm a little concerned, to be honest.
Wonder what that's all about.
Oh, should we show them the list? Are we ready to show them the list? I think the list is pretty cool.
We can at least get to the list screen while we continue to chat.
Oh,
Merry Christmas! Wow, Spinter Wonderland.
Spinter Wonderland.
So you'll see to the side here, we have the Naughty Nice list. For those of you joining us on the normal audio podcast, on the actual regular edited episode, we are streaming this episode live. So there are some fun visual gags and you'll be able to see the list. You can check out the VOD on our Twitch channel or on YouTube. Both are Spin It Pod. And of course, we've got the edited audio episode everywhere. So you don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to. Isn't that nice? Isn't that convenient?
Pretty convenient. It would be more convenient if you were here live right now.
Well, that maybe is true. We've done, I think, in the entire 76 episode history of our podcast, we've done 2 in-person recordings. I'm pretty sure that's how it boils down.
2 in-person? You mean like 2 streams?
Oh, well, I mean, streams too. Yes.
In terms of in-person.
Oh, you're talking to the audience.
Yeah.
I thought you meant if I were with you right now.
Oh, no, I don't care about you. I was talking about the audience.
Yeah, I know. Yes, last Spinter Wonderland is when we did it. Trans-Siberian Orchestra was in person, and Pentatonics was also in person.
Pentatonics was in person. Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
I was referring to the chat, it being convenient if they were here to vote right along with us.
To vote, yeah. It's all about voting, you know? That's part of the fun of these live episodes.
Yeah, that's how Santa picks his naughty and nice list. He gets all the elves together and they just vote.
Yes. Since this is a holiday episode, it's coming out on the 23rd, a couple days before Christmas, but we're going to try and keep it light, keep things pretty short and sweet, so we have a nice easy edit while everything's kind of happening for the holiday season.
Yep. Also, shout out to our art department for this great naughty or nice list graphic.
Yeah, the art department has crushed it once again. We have a very lovely naughty or nice graphic with the Mixtaper and the Gopher creating our list. The Gopher, of course, is the nice side because the Gopher can do no wrong. The Mixtaper, as you may expect, is the naughty side. So before we dive into this list,
yes,
what do you want Santa to bring you for Christmas?
Me?
Yeah, we talked about it, but I don't think you ever gave a straight answer.
I didn't.
Now's the time, the day of reckoning.
I like to be an enigma. Santa's got to figure it out.
Oh, you're putting Santa to the test.
But I don't think Santa's in this stream, so I think I can spill the beans as long as everybody in the chat promises to keep it a secret.
Don't tell.
Yeah,
you can't tell.
Yeah. Santa, if you're in the chat, you have to tell me.
Hey, chat, if you're Santa, you have to tell. Yeah.
I'm hoping I get some sweet, sweet Spin It merch.
Ah.
And a new air fryer. That'd be pretty fun.
Okay. Yeah. But there's not a Spin It air fryer yet.
Yet. Air fryer company.
Give it time.
If you wanna sponsor us, we're open to it.
I'm open to entertaining offers, I guess.
The Bluetooth water bottle. Oh my gosh. That's what I want. All I want for Christmas is a Bluetooth water bottle.
You're still stuck on last week, huh?
I am still stuck on last week.
I figured as much. I'm not. Believe me, it was gone before the episode ended.
Episode 75 was fantastic.
It's a wild ride. What are some of your favorite holiday traditions? What are your favorite things about the season?
Okay. I always enjoy putting up the Christmas lights. Those are fun.
Lights, classic.
It's like a big puzzle.
Do you go all out?
Yeah, oh, yes, we go all out.
Do you go like Christmas vacation on lights?
I don't. I live in an apartment with the Mixtaper. Not really a lot of room to go all out, but
Does he go all out on lights?
my parents go all out, and I help them. It's like a big puzzle figuring out how to plug it all in without breaking all the fire safety codes.
That does sound puzzling, yes.
But I like that. Our family has a fun little tradition where we open our gifts, from one gift from each other on Christmas Eve.
That's fun.
That way we save all the gifts from Santa for the big day.
I like it.
And usually, like, it's either, when we were younger, it'd be like pajamas, right, for us to wear that night, get up in Christmas Day, or like my sister and I's gifts to each other is usually like a board game that then we play that night. It's usually a fun little time.
That sounds like a fun little time.
Yeah. And then you're just eating a crap ton of cookies.
That is the most important of holiday traditions, yes.
Yeah.
I've never done like Christmas presents on Christmas Eve, but we have like family Christmas on Christmas Eve with extended family.
I see.
And so then Christmas morning is different. Yeah, but that's always a lot of fun. And yes, cookies. We've never gone too big on lights, but that could be fun.
That's surprising. Just knowing where you lived, it feels like a good place to do lights.
I'm from a part of the country where a lot of people go very overboard on lights.
What about you? What are you getting for Christmas from Santa this year?
What am I getting for Christmas from Santa? I don't know. He hasn't told me yet.
Well, what are you hoping to get, I guess?
What am I hoping to get? Well, so I destroyed my coffee grinder.
Uh-oh.
We got a big crack in the side of it, and so now I'm afraid if I
no.
grind coffee in it, it will throw grounds all over the place. So I'm looking forward to a new coffee grinder, and that would make my mornings a lot better. But yeah, I gotta get some of those Mixtaper legally distinct coffee mugs.
Yes, very legally distinct. Mm-hmm. The Mixtaper and I have a fun tradition.
Oh, do you now? What's that?
Now that I think about it, maybe it's a little personal. Maybe I shouldn't share this without his permission.
Oh, well, I'm sure we can call him in and he can give you his blessing.
So, sorry, it's all the...
Oh, look, up in the air.
Up in the air, there he is.
It's a plane.
He still hasn't returned the blimp. And he has reindeer now? That's concerning.
It's concerning. So I guess the Mixtaper is still in another blimp, but maybe we can call him in and see what he has to say later.
Yeah, we'll have to bring him up.
But what's I need to know your Christmas tradition.
Well, it's a scavenger hunt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that go down?
We hide each other's gifts to one another in the apartment and give each other like a clue scavenger hunt to follow to find it.
Okay. And so, like, is there incentive to be the first one to find things? What do you get if you win?
You don't really get the present. The key is to make it as hard as possible so the other person can't find the gift.
Oh, what happens if they don't find it?
Yeah, I mean, it just stays there until they eventually find it. Last year it took the Mixtaper 2 months to find his gift.
Wonderful. That's great. I'm surprised he didn't mention that on the podcast ever. Seems like the kind of thing he would bring up and talk about relentlessly.
Like I said, it's a little personal. It's like a little tradition we have.
That's cute. Yeah. Have you found the hole in your wall yet, by the way?
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. So I suppose we should start talking about the songs we've picked today.
Yeah, we probably should. We're 20 minutes in.
We should. We've got a good number of voters here in the chat. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the list here.
Let's do it.
First of all, we've picked a couple singles from artists that we've covered, like I said.
Some of them came from the fans as well. Some of them were fan suggestions.
They did. Some of the fan suggested episodes. So we're going to run down the list here. Tell you what 12 singles we'll be voting on today, and then we'll go head to head and kind of see what's up. So we're talking about the Beach Boys' Little Saint Nick from 1964. We first covered the Beach Boys in episode 29.
Yes.
I'm excited to have that one on the list. That's more the classic Beach Boys sound that you want.
Yes, it really is.
You know, you complained about not getting classic Beach Boys from Pet Sounds. Well, you're in for it now. Up next, Stevie Wonder, What Christmas Means to Me, comes from 1967, and back-to-back, actually, with the Beach Boys. Our Stevie Wonder was episode 30, Songs in the Key of Life. We did a nice B-side extended episode for that.
On the website.
Then, we kind of did a little bit of a technicality here. We talked about Michael Jackson on episode 16, but for this Spinter Wonderland Naughty or Nice, we're taking the Jackson 5's Santa Claus is Coming to Town because it's so iconic. You need some Michael Jackson on Naughty or Nice, and you need Santa Claus is Coming to Town on a holiday singles playlist. So we had to give that one a It's Day in the Sun. Then we've got Elton John's Step Into Christmas, came out in 1974, and that's from a recent one, episode 70. Then we have Joan Jett with a song that we kind of already talked about in an episode, Little Drummer Boy from I Love Rock and Roll. Came out in 1981. We talked about it on episode 11.
The first Christmas album we ever did.
And it wasn't a Christmas album. I swear. You said that the entire episode, and you're still saying it now. I see you haven't let that go. Then we're talking about another song we talked about, but it wasn't on any albums that we covered. Last Christmas by Wham! From 1984. Episode 58, George Michael, Andrew Ridgeley, and his failed Formula One career. A classic. Then we're talking about Rascal Flatts, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Came out in 2008. And we talked about Me and My Gang on episode 18. Then we're talking about Michael Bublé and Idina Menzel's version of Baby It's Cold Outside from 2014. Michael Bublé was our 1-year birthday party, episode 52. And that was a you pick, by the way. But not really. The episode was a you pick, is what I'm saying. You brought Michael Bublé. I picked out of a list of Michael Bublé Christmas songs you deemed acceptable. Yes, I did pick Baby It's Cold Outside. Gotta get Idina Menzel into the spin cycle. Yeah, some of these episodes are so old. Old relatively speaking. We've had a podcast going on 1.5 years now, so plenty of options to pick from. And we tried to pick from a wide range of episodes and a wide range of genres to get all these holiday singles, so you will find a lot of variety, including from bands like Coheed and Cambria. We talked about Vaxxus 2 in episode 59, another kind of recent one, even though at this point I guess that's 20 episodes back, or 15. And they did a cover of White Christmas for Rolling Stone in 2015 that we'll talk about. Chance the Rapper with Jeremiah, the rapper who featured on Summer Friends, did a song and a whole album, actually, a whole mixtape together. The song we're talking about is called Snowed In, but we talked about Coloring Book on episode 19. And then we're talking about Ice Nine Kills Merry Xmas from another Mixtober episode, another kind of recent one. That was episode 66. And then we're talking about Casey Musgraves, her song Glittery from 2019. And that one is the oldest episode on this list, episode 2. We talked about Golden Hour. So that's the situation for the singles episode today.
So long ago.
It's been a while. Do you want to take a stab at when the Casey Musgraves episode came out? The oldest episode we talk about today. Can you guess what release date it had?
Like for our episode?
For our episode, yeah.
July something.
Okay, yeah, good guess. You're off to a good start.
It was probably, I'm trying to remember exactly when episode 1 came out.
Well, I can't tell you that because that would give it away. Just add 7 to when episode 1 came out.
July 25th?
Oh, okay, you're actually very close. It's July 23rd, 2021 is when our oldest episode from today came out.
Really?
Yeah.
That wasn't a Friday, was it?
Yes.
That was, I guess it had to have been.
That's when we put the episode out, and everyone has come out on a Friday.
So I was trying to do quick mental math back to what would have been a Friday in July of 2021, and I was off by 2 days.
Leave it to the squirrels.
But I had the right week.
You did. I was pretty impressed with how correct your week was, actually. So that was solid.
Well, I have a nice little yearly marker right there that I know when episode 1 came out. I just couldn't quite tell what day of the month it was.
I guess you could have cheated if you have really good eyesight by stealing the date off my poster above my shoulder. I should be more careful when I ask these kind of questions. I suppose we should probably start talking about our first matchup today.
The songs? Yeah, probably.
We don't have any factor spin, per se.
Mixtaper still MIA, just running around doing laps in the blimp.
Yeah, haven't seen him in a bit, so he's just doing what he does.
There he goes. There he goes.
But in the meantime, let's talk about the Beach Boys and Stevie Wonder, our first matchup.
Ooh, maybe the hardest matchup in round 1.
Little Saint Nick versus What Christmas Means to Me, I think is the hardest matchup we're going to encounter all night.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Okay, a big talker.
No, there's one other matchup that will happen in a few rounds, if it goes the way I want it to.
I see. Well, that'll be fun. This is a rough one. So before we score these, I do have a little game for you.
Uh-oh. You've been teasing this and I'm scared.
You like to make me play...
I don't like to make you play anything.
Yes, you do. You like to make me play Guess That Dollar Amount.
No, I don't.
You absolutely have done that.
When have I ever made you play Guess That Dollar Amount?
All the time. All the time. Yes.
Never. Now, the Mixtaper loves to make you play that game.
I don't have time to search the archives right now, but put me to the test. I'll go through the episodes and find a time you've made me guess the dollar amount in a song, about an artist, sometime. It's happened.
What? I don't know about that.
Well, either way.
I know the Mixtaper uses my voice, but it's not me.
That said, this game is for you, and it's a game that you know all the answers to already. Guess that score amount.
Oh, gosh. What?
We've done 75 episodes, and one of your favorite things is to make up fun units, and that's how you keep track of all your rankings. I've gone through and I've made notes of each of your scores and units for these episodes, and I want to see how well you remember.
Oh, gosh.
Scout's honor, you can't look at the ranking list.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
What do you mean? It's no fun if you do. That's the point of the game.
I'll probably lose.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see how many you can remember. So, first up is the Beach Boys.
I've had some weird units.
You did, and Beach Boys was a unit that I laughed really hard at when I saw, because I forgot entirely that this was Beach Boys things.
Oh gosh. I don't even remember what I ranked Beach Boys. I know it was a really bad score.
So let's start with the number. You didn't like Pet Sounds. You didn't think it was Beach Boysy enough that you were expecting.
No.
What number score do you think you gave it? What are you looking for? Are you trying to find things that'll help you?
No, there's something. Hang on. I'm going to figure out where I put it. I got to go grab something. It'll be worth it. Trust me.
You remember the unit, but not the number? That's a little backwards, isn't it? I remembered the number, but not the unit.
It was in my filing system. I had filed it away for safekeeping.
Okay.
We're good. No, I think I remember exactly what this one was.
Yeah. If you had to go find something, I think you do remember a little bit about this episode.
Uh-huh.
Tell me what you just went and found.
So I'm pretty certain I gave this one either a 5 or a 6. I don't think I dropped to the 4s or 3s at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a 5. I think I give this one a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain this is the episode where my unit was Race Horses of the Sky because of pigeon racing.
Remarkable. Well, you did get that correct. This was the pigeon racing episode. Not really. I mean, Rivers Cuomo is the one that the Mixtaper alleged raced pigeons, but the Beach Boys was the episode where you got all your pigeon racing information in the mail.
Well, yep, right here it is. Found a way for the future. It's still a dream.
That is true. You did get Racehorses of the Sky, but you gave Pet Sounds a 6.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I had it. This used to sit. These pamphlets literally used to sit right under my monitor for like the last however many months. But here lately, when I cleaned, I moved them, so I had to go grab them.
Wonderful. And up next, your next challenge is Stevie Wonder.
Ooh, I know what I give that one.
Before we talk about what Christmas means to me, we should talk about Songs in the Key of Life one more time. Episode 30. Been a long time. You did like this one significantly more than Pet Sounds.
Yeah, no, this one definitely got a 9. Stevie Wonder was in my 9s. I know that.
Yeah, he was.
And, units for this one. Stevie Wonder.
9 what is the real question.
I'm sorry, the little peep behind the curtain here. Sometimes I give multiple unit options an episode if I have some really good stuff. So I'm not sure if this is the one we went with or not. But one of them was Bells of the Cow Variety.
Unbelievable. Are you looking at each of your episode notes? Because that's also not allowed.
No.
You just remember that you wanted Stevie Wonder to have Bells of the Cow Variety?
You can go open any document you want. I'm not in any of the documents.
Okay, I'm not going to check you. It's honor system. But good job. You nailed Stevie Wonder. 9 Bells of the Cow Variety. And now it's time to eliminate one of these excellent songs.
Gosh. Now, I know where my vote is going to go. It's the hardest round, but I've picked one.
Man, it's going to be tough to eliminate. So, Lil Saint Nick is in classic Beach Boys fashion, a song about a car. The Little Saint Nick.
Yep.
They describe it like it's, Christmassy. Stevie Wonder, What Christmas Means to Me, is kind of a song about like what we just talked about, all our favorite holiday traditions, all the things that he loves to do and what Christmas means to him. So put your 1s in the chat to keep the Beach Boys on the nice list. Put 2s in the chat to keep Stevie Wonder on the nice list. The loser will be sentenced to become our first naughty list of the night. Voting is now open. It's a tough call.
Oh, we got some 2s.
Stevie Wonder, out to a strong start.
Did we get a vote? I don't remember.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we should get a vote. It's not worth any more, but we should get a vote.
No, I think we should get a vote. I'm voting Beach Boys.
I'm also voting Beach Boys. If I had to pick, that's the one that's going to come on.
This is the classic Beach Boys sound. I wanted on Pet Sound.
I also love the classic Beach Boys sound, and it's so interesting because, like, that's not typically something I think of in a Christmassy context. It's surf, it's summer, it's not snow and winter.
But yet it's still like a classic Christmas song. Like I definitely have heard, this is a popular song still.
Yeah. Well, it's a narrow margin, but it looks like we've got all our votes in, and it looks like
how
do we tie break?
How would we tie break? I don't know. Did we get the Mixtaper in here to break the tie?
We can't do that. That's wild. I didn't think about tiebreakers.
Do we make them fight to the death? Phone a friend? Oh.
We might be stuck. Might be stuck at a stalemate.
Oh boy. I could phone a friend real fast.
You want to actually phone a friend?
I don't know. I like the idea. I'm trying to think who I would phone. Here we go.
Okay.
I'll phone a friend. Hang on. I got it.
That's great. I like where your head's at. Phone a friend. We're going to literally break this tie by soliciting an extra voter. No ties will be here.
It's ringing.
Are you serious? Why is this? Hello? This is stupid.
Hey, you're on the Spin It podcast right now. We're live. We need your vote.
You need my vote. Wow.
Yeah, we really need to know. It's stalemate here. Here, let me hit the speakerphone button so that everybody can hear. We really need to know whose song is better, Beach Boys, it's on Lil Saint Nick, or Stevie Wonder, What Christmas Means to Me.
Yeah, well, listen, if I had to vote, I think I'm going to vote for the Beach Boys.
I think that's the right answer. Thank you for breaking that tie.
No problem. Anytime.
I'll let you go until the next time.
Good grief. This is...
I've angered chat with this one.
You angered me with that one. That was a little uncalled for. Ridiculous.
Who should I call? I'm trying to think of someone that would actually answer. Everyone that I can think of wouldn't answer right now.
Hopefully we don't have any more ties to deal with, but if we could break this one, we'll be in good shape.
We will see if they answer. Well, there we are. Instantly.
Love it. Chat's over here spit taking at Connor's shenanigans. Here's what I gotta say. If you take yours and my votes out of the equation, it's a clear win for Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Nobody wanted to answer the phone for the bit.
Chat has voted on Stevie Wonder, and despite that not being agreeable for us, I think the Beach Boys will have to move to the naughty list. And a surprise turn of events, the Beach Boys, naughty. But Stevie Wonder, pretty nice.
It's because of everything they did at the zoo.
Beach Boys are so naughty they got banned from the San Diego Zoo. Not surprised at all that this happened.
Yeah.
So next round, we've got the Jackson 5, and Santa Claus is coming to town, along with Elton John's Step Into Christmas. Another tough round. I don't think it's quite as tough as round 1.
I agree.
But it's still, two heavyweight artists in 2 really good songs. First up, the game for you. Tell me those scores and units.
Oh, I forgot about this game already. Dang it. All right. Well, Jackson 5, 0.
Yeah, okay, but Michael Jackson. Episode 16's been 60 episodes back.
They're another one that they were another 9.
They were another 9. Tell me that unit for Michael Jackson.
Oh, let's see. That would have been Halloween time.
It would have, yeah. Mixtober before it was Mixtober.
And that was the one with the insane animal fact.
It was.
So if my memory serves me correct, it was something like spooky, mysterious animal disappearances.
Oh, chat, should I give it to him? The real answer is spooky, unexplained, mysterious animal disappearances, or SUMADs.
Oh, all right. Oh, I was close.
You know what? It's the holiday season. I'm feeling generous, but not generous enough to give you the point.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Close enough. I'll give you the point. Now, Elton John is a way more recent episode. I'm actually positive you'll know both parts of this.
Yes. I also just love the fact that you've picked so many of my 9s.
You do have a couple 9s, but also you have a lot of not 9s.
This is another one. It's a very more recent episode, and all I gotta say for my unit is it's a little fit bunny that my unit was rabbit treadmills this time around.
Yep, he went out of his way to make the Little Fit Bunny joke, but rabbit treadmills was the unit. Good job. What are you thinking for these 2 songs? Obviously, Step Into Christmas is a little bit more of a Christmas deep cut, I think, despite Elton John being quite a fella in existing current music. Go ahead and throw some votes in the chat. 1 for Jackson 5
Yes.
and 2 for Elton John. See who's going to stay nice and who's going to end up on the naughty list.
I agree with chat so far. I'm voting 1 for Jackson 5 on this one.
I'm going to have to take a vote for the Jackson 5 as well. It's a classic, and it's not a Jackson 5 original, I don't believe. However, their version is probably by far the most well-known.
Voting 2. We got to vote for Elton John, though. Oh, but there's another vote for 1.
Yeah, Jackson 5 is pulling ahead. Santa Claus is coming to town.
For now.
For now. We'll see if he stays in town. Going once, going twice. Sold.
Sold.
That is a Jackson 5 win. They will remain nice. Sir Elton John, it's been fun. To the naughty list with you. Oh, wow. A shame, kind of, to eliminate Elton, but I'm not surprised by this outcome. Let that say what it will about my final predictions. I like Step Into Christmas. It's a fun song, but not as fun as Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I agree. Speaking of fun Christmas songs, though, I'm excited for this next matchup.
Are ya? This next matchup is one that interests me. We've got Joan Jett's Little Drummer Boy up against Wham's Last Christmas. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Voting for Elton because he's original, that's a good reason to vote. I like that.
It's the reason I can get behind.
Joan Jett's Little Drummer Boy is out of place. We talked about how ridiculous it is that it's on the I Love Rock and Roll album, so that's weird. But I've heard a resurgence in it. Lately, I've heard Joan Jett's Little Drummer Boy played out and about in arenas, in coffee shops, on the radio. Joan Jett's Little Drummer Boy actually does still make an impression, and it's out there. On the other hand, though, Wham's Last Christmas. Come on.
Come on.
I don't know if there's a way that loses. Not to bias you, chat, but Wham's Last Christmas should probably win.
But get biased.
We talked about that song on our Wham episode. George Michael basically wrote the entire thing in his bedroom and played every single instrument on that track by himself. It's pretty impressive, and considering that it's still one of the top charting Christmas songs every year, I mean, I'm impressed. Should we rip off the Band-Aid?
Yeah.
After you choose your units and your scores.
Dang it. Dang it. I thought I had
Nope,
it.
you didn't. So let's start with Joan Jett. I Love Rock and Roll. It's a punky kind of album, rocky and rolly.
Yep. I know where this one is as well. This is another classic scoring unit. This one got 8 negatives out of 10.
I think this unit made its way into our official trailer, actually.
It sure did.
So I've heard this unit a lot because I made the trailer and listened to it a couple times. So you're right, 8 negatives out of 10. You nailed Joan Jett. Actually, you're doing really well at this game, and that disappoints me.
You know that my memory for this kind of stuff is really good.
Yeah, I know, but I just thought it would be a fun game to test you on. So far, you're almost perfect.
Yeah, but this next one concerns me.
Well, we've got Wham.
Yeah, and I know I gave it an 8, but the unit is just escaping me.
As it probably should.
I really, nothing's even coming to mind for what would have been my unit for that one.
Yeah, because that unit is an episode exclusive.
What do you mean?
It's not on the spreadsheet at all.
Oh. I'm gonna take this as my first one I don't know.
Well, if you were there, you'd know.
Oh.
Yeah, I think your actual unit that you mentioned in the episode is something about capybaras. I don't remember. I mean...
Oh, yep, I remember this bit now.
It's a unit. You gave it an actual unit, but we said, for all intents and purposes on the spreadsheet, you'd know. If you were there, you'd know. Which is a Wham joke.
But yeah, it is. Let me look it up real fast. It is something capybara related.
But I'm gonna say you missed, you'd know.
Boisterous oozing capybaras.
Ew, yeah, that's why we didn't put the unit on the list. That sucks. That's an awful unit. Okay, let's start voting. Throw your 1s in chat to vote for Joan Jett.
Yes.
Throw your 2s in chat to vote for Wham. See if you surprise us. My vote, unsurprisingly, going to Wham. Chat's votes
Going to Wham.
starting to go in, coming for Wham.
Come on. This better be all Whams across the board.
It's all Whams across the board.
Big bucks, all whammies.
I love Wham. Man, what an album. What an episode. What a Christmas song. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. That's right.
That's good.
Wham is moving on. Joan Jett, naughty. So Wham's going to stay on the nice list. Congratulations to George Michael, Andrew Ridgeley. You made it. You're getting some presents so far.
So far.
Well, good. Now, up next is an album and an episode that you really didn't love versus one that you really did.
Another disappointment episode. Kind of like Beach Boys.
You went into Me and My Gang expecting to love it, right? Rascal Flatts, Old Country, played in your house a lot. Big fan. Me too.
Big fan.
But the album just did not live up.
No, it did not.
So, what do you think you scored it? Me and My Gang by Rascal Flatts.
This was, and it's another one, is either a 5 or a 6.
Okay.
Again, I think I give it a 5. I think I put it somewhere above My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But I also know the unit for this one. There's another iconic unit. King Kong's Eating on Ding Dongs was the unit for this one.
Certainly is. Taken out of the actual song Me and My Gang, dude named Elrod jamming on his iPod, because the original lyric was a dude named King Kong eating on a ding dong.
Yep.
Bravo. You did get the number wrong. This one got a 6.
Oh, man, I rated things higher than I remember.
And now, of course, Michael Bublé, your pick, episode you loved, factor spin you were way too good at, as usual.
Pretty certain this one got a 1.
Yeah, well,
no.
okay, got that one right.
This one got a 9.
Easy 9, of course.
And it was 9 bubbly nil boards.
I'm impressed. You sure did.
That one, did that flub of mine stay in the episode, or did that get blooper reeled?
That got blooper reeled. I think it did anyway. It was a typo in your notes, is what happened with billboards, actually. I just listened on the blooper reel, and that's what it was.
Oh, yes. Because you kept calling him bubbly instead of Bublé,
Yep.
and then I had the nil boards typo.
Yep, that's where it came from.
That's what it was.
Peek behind the curtain. Now, his version of Baby It's Cold Outside with Idina Menzel, I really liked. I just heard it for the first time when I was putting together this episode.
Did you watch the music video?
I watched the music video. Very cute.
It's very cute, right?
It's a couple of kids who pantomime their parts as Idina and Michael sing it. Oh, chat doesn't seem to share my sentiments that this was a nice song. It's an okay cover. It's a nice rendition.
Keep in mind, I gave him options for Michael Bublé Christmas songs since he is the king of Christmas.
Yeah, the king of Christmas, Michael Bublé.
Blame James if you don't like the choice.
But I also just picked this one a lot to get Idina Menzel on the spin cycle.
I mean, yeah, we had ulterior motives.
We did. But that said, Baby It's Cold Outside, still a pretty okay song. They do change some lyrics, so it's a little different.
Yes.
So let's start voting.
Let's vote.
Rascal Flatts' I'll Be Home for Christmas. Beautiful harmonies. Really ridiculous music video. They're like in a bus station for no reason. I don't know why they even bothered to do anything like that. But it's a nice harmony, nice gentle a cappella version. I'll Be Home for Christmas versus Baby It's Cold Outside. A close matchup, if not a matchup of the best.
I'll be honest, neither one of these songs is making it past the next round, so just out of principle, I'm going to give it to my boy Michael Bublé.
I don't think either of these songs is making it through either. I think I would vote for I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's that Rascal Flatts style that I really like on this one.
Yeah. I could be persuaded to go for Rascal Flatts, but again, if I thought it had a chance to move on, but since it doesn't, I'm just giving that pity vote to Michael Bublé.
You're giving Michael Bublé a pity vote? Michael Bublé gets a pity vote from you? Wow.
He may be the king of Christmas, but he's not the king of episode 76.
You love you some Rascal Flatts, so that's a 1. Okay, that's another vote for Rascal Flatts. We've got some Rascal Flatts votes coming in. I'm not seeing any Michael Bublés.
You got me.
I'm not seeing any other Michael Bublés.
Come on, chat. Give him another pity vote.
You're going to get it all tied up again. Don't do this. And if it gets tied up now, it stays tied up when we remove our votes because we voted opposite. This is 1 for Rascal Flatts acapella I'll Be Home for Christmas and 2 for Michael Bublé and Idina Menzel's Baby It's Cold Outside, which is funny because it's not very cold outside right now. It's like 50, 60 today.
Yeah.
Baby It's Not Cold Outside. Not as catchy of a song, but you can also play it in the summer. So you get that seasonal difference. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. It's time to put Michael Bublé on the naughty list.
Man, I do like the idea of calling the summer version of Baby It's Cold Outside just Baby It's Not Cold Outside rather than Baby It's Hot Outside or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming to
The Connor's Hippin' and Hoppin' Christmas.
Yep. To the Connor's Hippin' and Hoppin' Christmas album.
I love that. That'll be fun.
This next one's a fun matchup.
I like this next matchup, even if I don't think it's going to go in a way that I don't expect. Coheed and Cambria versus Chance the Rapper. 2 very different genres and styles coming together here. And again, if you need that version, you can find it on the playlist here. So you can take a listen. Because the Coheed one is like a Rolling Stone commission. It's not a single they've put out or anything. Coheed doing White Christmas, I like a lot. It's Travis Stever, it's Claudio Sanchez. They're playing guitars, singing White Christmas. There's some really nice vocal harmonies that go on. I'm a fan. And then we've got Chance the Rapper. He put out this song in this mixtape with Jeremiah. It's called Merry Christmas, Little Mama. They put out this song called Snowed In. If you're not familiar, because it's not as much of a Christmas staple. It's not a radio song, really. but it's a song about wanting to be snowed in so that you can spend more time at home with the person you love, basically. And it's a cute little song. I like it. It's kind of got a groove to it, but it's also still got that kind of mixtape, a little more raw, unproduced feel to it. So let's talk about Coheed and Cambria. I'm sure you remember your score for them very well because I remember your score for them. I was pretty happy with it.
Another 9.
Another 9 from Coheed.
And I believe this one was Pinkle Sprinkles, if I remember right.
Oh, I'll give it to you if you can get the other piece of it.
Another piece, you say?
I do say. I would be more lenient, but you've proven that you're very good at this game, so I have to take points from you when I can.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I'm just going to stick with Pinkle Sprinkles. What am I missing?
Well, then you're going to get it wrong.
Yeah, I have no guess for what I could be missing.
You remember when we were playing Factor Spin during the Coheed episode, I had a lot of questions that the Mixtaper couldn't answer.
Oh! Unclear Pinkle Sprinkles.
Oh, you got it. You got it at the 9th hour. I'll give it back to you.
To be fair, you kind of clued me in when you started talking about Factor Spin. I remembered because the Mixtaper had to keep going unclear to your questions.
Yeah, because you didn't know.
Oh man. And Chance,
yeah,
the rapper, I was just said the unit.
Well, then you probably know the unit.
He got Chance Sticks as his unit.
He sure did.
6 out of 10 for this one, I believe.
Oh, he finally got a 6 right. That was a 6 out of 10.
Well, because I know it got a number higher than Kanye.
6 Chance Sticks is what you gave Chance the Rapper's coloring book. Let's start voting. Coheed and Cambria's Nice Acoustic White Christmas versus Chance the Rapper and Jeremiah's low-key mixtape Snowed In.
What is your choice here, James?
I'm a fan of Coheed. I'm a fan of Chance the Rapper too, but I really, as a guitar player, love some of the guitar work on Coheed and Cambria's White Christmas. It's nice to listen to. It's nice to watch. Snowed In, I like. Snowed In is one of those songs like you talk about with a lot of like heavier rock or metal music. It's a good song to put on in the background. I kind of like Snowed In for that. And it's kind of got a low-key vibe that I like, but I think I'm going to have to give the edge to Coheed and Cambria. And so does Chat.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by Chance's.
Really?
But I do agree. I think I got to give it to Coheed.
Okay, I'll take a pleasant surprise from you. And it looks like all the votes are going in line with kind of what we just said. Coheed and Cambria is going to stick around on the nice list.
Ding ding.
Chance the Rapper headed to the other side. Well, that is a shame, but he loves his wife. Up next, we've got a wild... This is maybe the most stylistically different pairing that we have of the evening. Ice Nine Kills Merry Xmas up against Casey Musgrave's Glittery. I don't think these songs could be much more different.
Yeah, no, they really couldn't.
Merry Xmas, we talked about in episode 66, is based off of the slasher movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, and the music video for that one is actually a lot of fun. It's kind of in the style of a bunch of old classic arcade games as they play the song, so I like that a lot. Casey Musgrave's, the version of Glittery I listen to at least, is taken from her very Casey Christmas 2019 Christmas special, and it's an original song, right? Glittery's a Casey Musgrave's original, and I like it. Honestly, it's a sweet song. It's about how you make my heart glittery at Christmas time. You fit in with the the decor of the season.
I thought we were doing her version of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Did she do a version of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas?
Yeah, it's on the same album as Glittery. I think Present Without a Bow. I think they're all on the same one.
Oh my gosh.
But she has a version of it, yeah.
Everybody's got a version of it. That's what I learned last week. Oh, chat's having a hard time with this vote already.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Glittery.
I like Glittery. It's good.
Big fan of Glittery is all I'll say about that.
Fair. Very fair. Let's talk about Ice Nine Kills. You got to give that unit and that score.
Again, I thought you were going to move right on to the vote. I
No,
was going to sneak past you.
This is one of the longest units you've ever given.
Yes, and I know what it is because it infuriated me. This one got, I believe, a 6 as well. A lot of 6s and 9s. What is a 6 but an upside down 9?
Well, I mean...
A lot of 9s. Anyway, this got, I believe, something along the lines of facts about horror movies James asked me to bring but looked up himself. Or
yeah,
something like that.
it's the technical term is facts about horror movies James asked me to bring but brought anyways.
Oh.
But, I'm gotta give it to you. Gotta give it to you. And Casey Musgraves, a whopping 74 episodes ago. The farthest back you'll have to go to get a unit and a score from us tonight.
That one got an 8.
It did. Yeah, you're right.
And its unit, I believe, was it...
He's having a brain blast.
Feel it? It's coming.
It's on its way.
It's 4 happies and 4 sads. Not separately, but at the same time.
4 happies and sads at the same time? You got it.
Woo!
Wow. I'm impressed. I'm going to send your scores off to the squirrels, and we'll get the results in a bit. But bravo. Let's start the voting for Ice Nine Kills, Merry Xmas, Slasher Santa, with Casey Musgraves, Glittery. See where chat falls.
My vote goes to Casey Musgraves. It's just such
It's just such.
a good song. It's just such a good song. Sorry, I got distracted by chat again. Such a good song.
It is just such
It is just such
a good song. Good grief. What am I going to do with you?
I'm voting too.
I'm voting for Casey Musgraves as well. I like Ice Nine Kills, I like Merry Xmas, and I love the variation in genre that having it brings to this Naughty or Nice episode. However, Glittery's so nice. Glittery's so good.
Such a good song. Yeah, there's another vote for 2.
A shame for Merry Xmas, as Ice Nine Kills is too naughty for Disneyland, and so they are too naughty for us. Ice Nine Kills headed to the naughty list. Casey Musgraves sticking around. How about that?
How about that? We finished round 1.
We finished our first pass of the list, and it's an interesting one already. I'm interested to see what round 2 brings.
Let's get the Mixtaper.
Oh, good grief.
See what he's doing up in that blimp.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna dial him in here. Hey, Mixtaper. Sorry, are you making...
Hey, it's me, the Mixtaper.
Mixtaper, did you just make those dial noises?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. How are you? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry Spinter Wonderland. What are you doing up in that blimp?
Yes, Merry Spinter Wonderland. I need your vote. I heard that we were voting.
Yeah, we're voting. What do you need votes for?
Well, to be the new Santa.
You need votes to be the new Santa?
Yeah, I think I can do a much better job than the current guy, so I'm out here in the Mixtaper airship with my reindeer and my ho-ho-ho banner, practicing my chimney skills and campaigning for to get people's vote to be the new Santa.
What chimney skills are you practicing?
Well, getting down and up them, fitting into the really small ones, making chimneys in places that don't have them, though I got some practice at that.
Whatever could you mean? Okay, so you're practicing to be Santa? Why you? Are you in any way qualified? You're a villain.
Well, yes, and I think that's what's gonna make me better.
Yes, I think I bring a new perspective to the position, you know.
A new perspective to the naughty or nice list. I think too many kids end up on the nice list these days. And I've got some bold new ideas for the Christmas traditions. We're out with the cookies and milk, in with the pumpernickel bread and pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, you don't want people to leave you cookies and milk.
I mean, I won't say no, but I prefer the pumpkin spice lattes. And
Yeah, that sounds very like you. That's on brand.
out with the elves. We don't need them anymore. I'm gonna use our my own department of squirrels and gophers to make all the toys.
You got rodents on call.
Rodents on call.
All right, interesting new business strategy. Yeah, pumpkin spice is a fall drink. Yeah, good luck getting that in the winter in Spinter Wonderland. People aren't going to leave pumpkin spice out by their chimneys.
That's the point. That's the point. I'm trying to expand the bounds of my pumpkin spice latte that I created.
Oh.
Nobody else. 100% factually, I made it.
Okay.
Think about what that would do for me with Starbucks and my position there. If I could get pumpkin spice to jump out of fall into winter,
To be a year-round beverage.
imagine the promotion I'd get.
I see what you're going for. Interesting opportunity on your plate here.
Yeah. You know, I've been practicing my chimney skills, going in, leaving Spin It merchandise for the kids I deem nice. And yeah, that's what I'm up to.
And why a blimp?
Why? Well, just because I still had this from last bracket's mishap.
Yeah, I thought we were getting rid of the blimp. I don't know why you still have it.
Turns out you can't return something that was stolen without getting turned into the police, so I had to keep
The
it.
truth comes out. I see.
I mean, this was not an admission of guilt in any way.
Right. Definitely not.
Do you like my reindeer?
Yeah, they seem a little just there. It's a blimp. I don't know why you need reindeer pulling it.
Yeah. I use fake reindeer, so trying to keep my animal cruelty down.
You make gophers and squirrels make all your toys.
No, they've unionized. They wanted the job. I'm bringing unionized zoo animals to the North Pole.
Zoo animals.
The local zoos definitely are safe. I definitely didn't steal a real reindeer ever.
I don't believe you. We are not legally responsible for that.
Well, let's just say the Beach Boys might not be the only ones kicked out of the San Diego Zoo anymore.
Oh dear. That's not good. That's not what you want.
But yeah, and I put the big Santa hat on there. We gotta keep the Santa hat. That's the best part of Christmas.
Right. Yes, of course.
Very stylish.
I suppose it is.
That's what I'm up to. So one's in the chat for the Mixtaper is the new Santa. 2 for the old guy.
Oh, I think everyone should put a 2 in the chat. Everybody vote against the Mixtaper.
No. Whoa. Why am I seeing all these 2s?
I don't know what you expected.
I know, that's it. Nobody's getting any Spin It merchandise for me this Christmas. You're all going on the naughty list. Expect pictures of construction workers and sloths in your stockings.
Terrifying. Honestly, more Halloween-y than Christmassy. So,
Very terrifying.
well, Mixtaper, we'll check back in a little while, I think. But,
curse you, Santa! I will have my revenge!
have a safe flight.
Yeah!
All right, well, hi, Connor.
Man, that was a lot.
That was a lot, I know. He's a handful, that little Mixtaper.
I'm just afraid where he plans to keep the reindeer.
Good question.
My apartment's already turning into a menagerie between Crocodile and Gopher,
Right.
squirrels on the math department.
Speaking of, I heard back from the math department. You got a 21 out of 24 on my little Guess That Unit game. You did really well.
Oh, how does that work out?
What do you mean?
How much was each one worth?
1 point, but you got a point for the unit and a point for the score.
Oh, but there was numbers and... Yeah, gotcha.
You only missed 2 scores. You gave Rascal Flatts and the Beach Boys, you thought you gave 5s instead of 6s. And the only unit you missed was Wham. You'd know.
I know now.
You didn't know. If you were there, you would have.
I would have. I must not have been there.
Nope, must not.
But we're into round 2 of our naughty nice.
Let's dive into round 2. We're checking the list twice. We looked at it once and said, that's not enough.
Now we're looking at it again.
There's too many people still on the nice list. There can only be one at the end of the night, so let's...
Only one person gets a present every year from Santa. Everybody knows that.
From Spin It. This isn't Santa's list.
Oh.
This is just our list. But let's start out with Stevie Wonder, That's What Christmas Means to Me, up against the Jackson 5, Santa Claus Is Coming to Town.
Not the matchup I expected.
Not the one I expected either, but a good matchup.
A good matchup.
Yeah, and I don't think my predictions about the results of this matchup change. I think the Jackson 5 is going to take this.
No. Actually, mine do.
Really?
Had Beach Boys been here, I think it would have won out.
Interesting. I can believe that. I actually thought Santa Claus Is Coming to Town would win over the Beach Boys. Just by virtue of Santa Claus Is Coming to Town being such a staple over Little Saint Nick.
Fair enough.
You know, if I don't hear Little Saint Nick in a year, I feel like I haven't missed it. But if I don't hear Santa Claus Is Coming to Town, that's noticeably absent from my holiday listening experience.
Yeah.
So what do you think, chat? 1s to keep Stevie Wonder on the nice list, 2s to keep the Jackson 5 on the nice list. The loser will be sentenced to second round naughtiness. It's the same as first round naughtiness, just a little later.
But in the second round.
Yeah, we got split votes already.
And you and I are split, so we're still tied.
We are tied once again. We got to have some tiebreaker votes come in. Oh, that's another vote for Stevie Wonder.
Do we need to get the squirrels in here?
Oh, Stevie Wonder's a hard one to send to the naughty list, though.
But it's Michael Jackson!
It is Michael Jackson and 4 other Jacksons. Chat's correct. They're both iconic. Stevie Wonder's hard to pass up, but I think it's the Jackson 5's round to lose at this point. Sorry, Stevie Wonder. Your album was great.
Your song is great, but you've been naughty.
I just think it's time. Sad day.
Sad day indeed.
But Jackson 5, I'm pretty happy about that. Up next, another round that I kind of consider no contest.
Yeah, this was kind of a no context round.
Last Christmas versus I'll Be Home for Christmas. Rascal Flatts versus Wham. I gotta give this one to Wham again. It's almost a no-brainer. Rascal Flatts is nice, it's pleasant, it's a good song, but I don't even think it holds a candle to Wham. Last Christmas, all the way, always. Well, chat's already voting.
Yeah.
And the votes are all going to Wham.
The
Mixtaper's
popping up all over, trying to get them, watching chat, seeing if they're being naughty or nice.
This no contest came to a close.
Yeah, this no contest was no contest.
Yep, that's right. And Rascal Flatts, naughty.
Naughty.
So they are eliminated. Wham stays alive to be nice another day. And now that leaves us with our last matchup in this round. Coheed and Cambria's White Christmas versus Casey Musgrave's Glittery. I'll be honest.
I'm a little scared about this one.
Well, before the first round happened, I thought this would go one way. After seeing kind of the tendencies of the chat and our voters, I think this round might go a different way. And it's a way that I didn't expect, but it's not a way that I don't like.
I think so too.
What do you think? White Christmas versus Glittery?
I think Glittery wins, in my opinion, but that's not the way I'm afraid chat's gonna go.
That's exactly. I also kind of gave the edge to Glittery.
I think it's the better song.
The difference in this case is, yes, Glittery is a good song, and it's an original. It has that going for it.
And it's original.
And the other thing about Glittery is it's a fully produced, fully released song versus this Coheed special Rolling Stone session, which again, I really like, and it's good for a lot of other reasons. But I think in this matchup, I'd have to vote for Glittery.
Go listen to it.
It looks like we've got to vote for Coheed. Looks like we got you and me voting for Glittery.
Gotta go with Glittery. It's a better song.
That's another vote for Coheed.
No! We're tied up.
Yep, I like Coheed a lot, and they're a tough one to see go on the naughty list if they do.
Casey Musgraves, fully produced song, original.
It's tough. I like the sound of Glittery. Casey's got a good voice. Claudia's got a good voice too. I know that doesn't really unlevel the playing field any. That's just where I'm at. I don't know. It's a difficult call. Oh,
No!
Wow. Hey, we were correct. You and I were both right about the way chat would vote. All right. So chat's voted with Coheed and Cambria, sending Casey Musgraves, Happy and Sad at the Same Time, Golden Hour, Always a Rainbow to the naughty list. A matchup, it could have gone either way. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
We're in an interesting position now. We've got the Jackson 5, Wham, and Coheed and Cambria remaining on the nice list.
We've got our top three.
Yeah, we've got our Connor top 3.
Well, here's the problem. This is what we get for not consulting the math department before setting this. We don't have a way to continue to our final one.
Well, that's true. We have 3 left on the nice list.
We didn't think this through to the end. But I have a solution.
Yeah, tell me your solution.
As you mentioned, this is the Connor top 3.
Yeah,
But what is the Connor top 3 without a Connorable mention?
I hate it.
And so I think I should get to save someone from the naughty list to go into slot number 4 so we can finish this out. Bring back my Connorable mention.
It is the redemption year, as you keep saying.
It is the redemption year.
Well, so on the naughty list is the Beach Boys, Elton John, Joan Jett, Michael Bublé, Chance the Rapper, Ice Nine Kills, Stevie Wonder, Rascal Flatts, and Casey Musgraves. You've got a good number of songs you could choose from.
I had my choice from the beginning until chat booted Casey Musgraves out.
Really? Casey Musgraves is in contention, just you're gonna bring her right back?
Yes. Vote again.
What you do, you bring Casey Musgraves back is you put her up against Coheed and Cambria a second time, and she would just immediately get eliminated again.
Just really make chat live with that decision.
Just, are you sure? Are you really sure that's what you wanted to vote for?
Chat will just kick it right back onto the naughty list. So we're going to bring the Beach Boys back onto the nice list. I don't care about the San Diego Zoo. They're still nice to me.
I'm so surprised you're bringing the Beach Boys back.
Yep.
You gave them a 6. You're taking the band that you gave a 6.
This is what if their album had been like this song, they would have had like a 9. This is the Beach Boys I wanted on that album.
I'm shocked. I honestly thought you'd take Michael Bublé, the king of Christmas.
If you had picked a different one of his songs from my list I gave you, I might have.
Well, yeah, Wham might still be a butt kicker, but we're down to some tough rounds. I think everything from here on out is difficult.
Yeah.
The Beach Boys, I admit, the Beach Boys had it rough going up against Stevie Wonder round 1. So it's probably good to give them a later chance. I think that's fair. So that takes us to the first matchup in round 3, Jackson 5 versus Wham.
This is the matchup I thought would be hard. Like you said, we talked about how Stevie Wonder versus the Beach Boys was maybe the toughest one in the whole bracket. Whoever went up against Wham here, whether it was Jackson 5 or Beach Boys, was gonna be a rough one for me. But I do think Wham is gonna win it out. Chat's already going off with the votes here. They're not waiting on us.
No, chats are saying Wham. I'm saying it's probably going to be Wham.
I think it's going to be Wham.
It's just a better song than Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's not a matter of talent or production or enjoyment, because I think they're pretty equal on each of these tracks. It's just that Last Christmas is so good. Wham all the way, chat says, and I agree.
Everybody's voting Wham. I think we got it. Jackson 5, you've been naughty.
There they go.
We're running out of room on the naughty list.
Okay, so Wham stayed alive to fight another day. Now we've got Coheed and Cambria's White Christmas cover up against the revived, back from the dead Beach Boys Saint Nick.
They weren't dead.
Well, okay, back from the naughty.
Back from the naughty.
Yeah, Lil Saint Nick versus White Christmas. This is a tougher matchup, and maybe...
Come on, Beach Boys!
I think the Beach Boys maybe were your best shot at beating Coheed.
I think they were. Come on, Beach Boys.
Started from the naughty, now we here.
Started from the naughty, now we're here.
I love it. It's tough. I love Coheed, but
It's such a good song.
my vote is gonna have to go to Little Saint Nick.
Yes.
Yep, that's even our Coheed fans are converting.
Little Saint Nick is a bop.
Little Saint Nick is a bop. Welcome home, Coheed converts. I think that seals it.
Let's go. Honorable mention, gotta get it.
We're sending Coheed and Camry to the Dark Sentencer. Back to the naughty list for you.
Thank you very much.
Wow. And so it's all come down to this.
And so it's all come down to the matchup I thought we'd end up with, but we did not take the path I thought we'd take to get here.
Not at all. This is not the expected path in any way.
Yeah, this is definitely the matchup I expected us to hit last round.
Oh, it's tough.
And I'm gonna have to agree with chat. We really did the rest of them a disservice by putting Wham on this Naughty Nice challenge.
I know. Wham was just a giant juggernaut the entire way.
But I do think, I know we don't usually, if we were going to put them on the playlist, these would be a great 2 songs for the playlist.
Absolutely.
We could make a whole separate playlist for just our holiday picks at this point.
I mean, I guess we could.
Because we'll have 5 different episodes to pick them from.
True. Wham is a no-brainer, chat says.
Chat's already put all their votes in. I think we've got a clear winner here. The nicest of the nice goes to Wham.
Yep, Wham is the nicest
Wham
this
is our
year.
winner.
And once again, the Beach Boys headed straight back to the naughty list. They got pulled out of the naughty list for 2 rounds, and then they went straight back.
Last spin miss. You gave me... I don't know. I was trying to think of better words for the next line, but I didn't come up with any.
No, you didn't. I'm okay with this. I'm actually really happy with the way that played out. Not unexpected for Wham to be the last Wham standing, but...
The last Wham standing. All right, now.
Oh, come on. Now comes the interesting part. We get to see how you and I stacked up against each other in competition.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one.
So, round 1, I had Beach Boys beating out Stevie Wonder.
I also had Beach Boys beating out Stevie Wonder, and I also got that wrong.
So we both got that wrong.
Congratulations to us. Round 2, Santa Claus is Coming to Town versus Elton John's Step Into Christmas. I took the Jackson 5.
I had Jackson 5.
Yeah, okay. So we both got that one right. I was worried we'd do this. I have a sneaky suspicion we're both gonna be very close on this bracket.
So we're both at 1. If we tie, I'll call my mother and ask who wins.
That's not fair.
No, it's not, because she'll definitely pick you.
Yeah, you're right. She will. Up next, Little Drummer Boy versus Last Christmas.
I picked Wham.
I think you would have had to be a certified buffoon to take
fool.
Little Drummer Boy over Last Christmas.
Yep.
Joan Jett, nothing against Joan
Yep.
Jett and the Runaways. Sorry, I'm just saying, it's Last Christmas.
Now this next one, I picked Michael Bublé.
Over Rascal Flatts?
Baby, it's cold outside. I did.
I took Rascal Flatts.
Ooh, there you go. You got one on me there.
Finally. Yes, that's exciting. Then in the round of Coheed and Cambria versus Chance the Rapper,
I think we both had Coheed there, right?
I took Coheed. Absolutely. Hard not to take Coheed through at least one round. Ice Nine Kills versus Casey Musgraves, I took Glittery.
I went with Glittery.
We both took Glittery.
Yep. Next round, I took Beach Boys over Jackson
Oh.
5 originally. Not that it really matters.
Well, I took the Jackson 5.
So there you would have gotten another point, right?
Yep, I'm feeling good. I might turn the bracket score in my favor.
Yep. And then in Wham versus Michael Bublé, I took Wham.
I took Wham as well. Easy pick. And in Coheed versus Casey Musgraves,
Coheed versus Glittery, I took Glittery again.
I took Glittery as well.
So we're both wrong there. Wham versus, in this case, for me, it would have been Beach Boys. For you, it would have been Jackson 5. Either way, I chose Wham.
I chose Wham as well.
We're still both good there.
Wham was my choice. I predicted that you would revive Michael Bublé. Like I said, I really thought you'd come back to the King of Christmas and pull him back into the mix. You liked him so much.
Yeah, so my plan here, with how things worked out, was going to be Casey Musgraves versus I was still going to bring Beach Boys back and do Casey Musgraves versus Beach Boys, where I was going to give it to the Beach Boys. So I think I got that one right by virtue of just knowing who I was bringing.
Yeah, that's true.
But who would you have picked between Bublé and Glittery? Just out of curiosity.
I would have taken Casey up against Michael Bublé.
Yeah, okay.
Although I guess, according to my bracket, I did take Bublé. But in the moment, I guess I would have taken Glittery. I disagree with my own self.
Yeah, and then I took Wham
Easy.
for the finals.
I took Last Christmas too.
So you beat me by 1 point.
I did it! I did it! We're tied on bracket challenges.
You did it!
Heck yeah! Victory! Does that make you? That means I get to put you on the naughty list.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm not gonna get my wishes, the things I asked for at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I love it.
Oh man!
There you are. Look, you're gonna get right on the naughty list.
No!
Oh, it's so good. I love it.
Better put yourself on the nice list.
So here's the other thing too. If this becomes an annual thing that we like doing, we can bring back I want to bring back the winner of this year, or maybe some honorable mentions. I want to spend the next 52 weeks coming up with new artists and new episodes, and then we'll take Christmas songs and holiday singles from that next group of artists for next year's holiday naughty or nice, and we can pepper in some favorites from this year, and we'll see how all of the years stack up.
Maybe do the original top 3 that we got down to before we had the honorable mention trickery, depending on how many we need.
We'll see. I'm excited for the possibilities, but keep an eye out. 52 weeks from now, we may have more stuff. Who knows what episodes are coming up in the next 52 weeks?
Only James.
I know a lot of them.
Except for a couple. I've got the rest of my redemption, retribution, justice year, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to be fun.
The first episode of Retribution Year was bad enough. So there you have it.
Are we at the end? Is it time to final spin?
I guess so. I don't know what's there to final spin about. I didn't come up with any scores for Wham! Or for Last Christmas specifically.
Yeah, we don't really have any scores or anything. I got my top 3 honorable mention out of this, just by virtue of how it worked out.
By just picking one to revive from the naughty list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, again, it's a weird episode.
It is, yeah, a holiday singles episode.
It's fun to mix it up every once in a while.
Yeah, we just wanted to change it up and have a nice, snowy Spinter Wonderland vibes and just hang out with chat. So this has been great. Make sure to follow us, by the way, on Twitch, @SpinItPod, if you want to catch the next live streamed episode or game that we play or other thing. I know we've done some stuff on our live streams that actually hasn't really been released. We did lyric guessing games, and we've told special secret stories and fun trivia tidbits. We do all kinds of fun stuff here. Gotta love it.
This has been a great episode. Merry Spin Miss.
Spinter Wonderland. I thought we said a year ago that we didn't like Spin Miss.
Yeah, but chat called it Spin Miss, so this comes out Spin Miss Eve, so I thought...
No, it's the 23rd.
All I've got to say, keep spinning.
Keep spinning. We have episode banter.
We got outro banter. We got to have our episode banter. We really do need to get back into our racing pigeon stuff. That's what I want for Christmas. I want a racehorse of the sky for Christmas.
What do you mean back into our pigeons? We never, really got into them in the first place.
You're right.
You just ordered a bunch of information.
Let's get into them. And I've been doing my research. I've been reading up.
If you want a pigeon for Christmas, I can get you a pigeon for Christmas.
The problem is I'm on the naughty list now, so I won't get it.
You're right. Hey, you did it to yourself. Pick a better bracket next time.
Oh, man.